in this. They've demonstrated how how any ordinary person can join this business and with tremendous amount of discipline and hard work can get to levels that they never thought it was possible. So we are going to have a live broadcast from all the way from Mauritius during this presentation. But for those of you who are guests, we want to welcome you for this evening's presentation. My name is Pascal Oloo. I am trained as an engineer, and we've been in this business for over 28 years. And the reason we joined the business is very simple. We joined the business to make an extra $200 a month. But after doing the business for only 7 months, I equaled my salary. So let me just get this show started. Yeah, so our company is a nutrition company. It's the best nutrition company in the world. And what is our goal? Our mission and our goal is to make the world a healthier and a happier place. Of course, that starts with you, because if you are not well and everybody is happier and healthier, but you're not, it makes very little difference for you. So we want to welcome all our guests and also distributors to this evening's presentation. Betty and I started this business for a very simple reason: to make money. We wanted to make an extra $200 a month because when we moved to South Africa, I had a job, but my wife, Betty, could not get a job. Secondly, one of our children has got sickle cell, and that required one of us to be a full-time parent. So that meant also we needed to have additional income, because when you have an illness in the home, you need enough financial support. But also when the family is growing, the expenses in the home, the requirements for needs of money increases, but it does not match up with the increase of salary. In fact, you will notice that in most countries, when your salary is increased by 10%, it is true you get a 10% increase, but at the same time, you move into a higher tax bracket, and together with inflation, it wipes out all the increase your employer has given you. So that's where we found ourselves 28 years ago, but God has blessed our business. After 7 months of doing the business part-time and working very hard, I equaled my salary. That's when I really took the business seriously. Now, first, let's look at ways that people use to generate income. How do people make money? How do people create the money they need to meet their needs in the home? The first is called a job. A job is when you work for an employer. After 30 days, they pay you a salary. It's good because at least you have a source of income that you're able to feed your family, you're able to have clothes on your back, a roof over your head, and all the necessities of life. The challenge with unemployment is two issues have really caused many people to think carefully about employment. One is technology. Companies have found very efficient ways to make products and services, but using less people. And combined with artificial intelligence, you will find that any job that requires repetitive work, you can easily be replaced by a machine. Oxford University did a study, and they found that by the year 2040, 50% of all the jobs in the world will be non-existent. They will be replaced by computers. And if you have a job, I suggest think carefully about what the future holds. The second way that people use to generate income is self-employment. This is when you get your savings, or you have a specific skill, or you get money, you start a business to provide service or a product to the public. The challenge with self-employment is that the business or your income depends on your physical presence. If you fall sick, you want to go for holiday, or something has happened that you can't come to work, or you can't go to your place of running your business, it means the business depends on you physically. If you need to be aware, you need to find somebody who knows what you do, too, somebody whom you trust and understands what you're doing. A very simple test to know whether you own a business or not, go away from it for 30 days or 60 days. If the business collapses, you don't own the business owns you. The third way that people use to generate income is big business. These are companies that invest a lot of capital, and they also employ a lot of people, but with a lot of people also you have a lot of labor issues. Companies like Safaricom PLC in East Africa, Vodacom in Southern Africa, MTN in East and West Africa and South Africa also, Naivas Group or a retail shop, ShopRite Checkers, those are companies that invest huge amounts of capital, and with it also is a risk. The ordinary person in the street doesn't have this level of investment that they can invest in a big business. The fourth way that people use to generate income is investment. This is when you get money which is over and above what you need daily, but you want to put it in a vehicle or an instrument that give you a return on your investment. For most people, they just want a return off their investment because the return sometimes is a bit tricky. The question is there an ideal business? Is there a business you can say that this is an ideal business for any ordinary person in the street that can start and grow a business and achieve their dreams? I think an ideal business for building wealth needs to have the following 7 criteria. Number 1, you need very low capital to start. In our business, you need between 60 and 100 US dollars to start a global business. It's designed this way so that any ordinary person with a dream who wants to work hard, who wants to provide for his family, and provide a business that will last for generations, it makes it possible for you to start that kind of business. The second element is you need to get involved in distribution of goods and services. Why? Because this is how manufacturers of goods take their products and services to the public or to the consumer. Distribution is a very simple way of taking a product from a manufacturer to consumer, but in traditional business, between the manufacturer and the consumer, you have several middlemen. In the 60s, if you take any standard product, 50% of the cost of the product would be manufacturing cost, and 50% would be distribution cost. But in the year 1990s and 2000 and beyond, if you take any standard product, 80% of the cost would be distribution cost and 20% would be manufacturing cost. Why? Because manufacturers have found very efficient ways to manufacture goods and services that they cut down the cost to the bone. Most of the money for any product is the distribution cost. That should tell you there's a great opportunity for building wealth in distribution. The third element is you need to have a global reach. Why? Because the more people you serve, the more successful you become. Our company does business in over 50 countries around the world. In Africa, we do business in 14 countries. In those 14 countries, you have a population base of roughly 350 million people. So those are the people we need to serve with our products. The fourth element is leverage. What is leverage? Leverage is when you find a way to multiply your time and your effort by cooperating with other people. Think about this. You have 24 hours a day. You sleep 8 hours, you work, you travel, you pay attention to your family, you have meals. If you depend only on your effort to become wealthy, you'll never be wealthy because of time limitation. So leverage is a principle where you cooperate with other people to provide a product or a service to the public. For example, banks often open branches. That's why they open branches to leverage their services to reach more people. Retail shops do the same. Fast food restaurants do the same. They do that to leverage their services. So leverage is simply a way of finding ways to multiply the time that your business is conducted or is done. The fifth element is you need to get involved in consumable, high-quality products. Why? Because consumable products have a repeat sale. This is very important because, you see, A pair of shoes, or a cell phone, or a car, or a dress, or a shirt, a jacket is not a consumable product. If your shirt is dirty, you go and wash it, put it on. If your shoes is dirty, you clean it, you put it back. But soap is a consumable product. You buy soap today, you use it every day. At the end of the month, you buy another whatever container of soap. Why? Because it is a consumable product. There's a very good business presentation because you need to use it every single day, and when it is finished, you go and buy some more. So soap is a good business, not very romantic, but it provides a very strong basis for building your business. The sixth element is you need to get involved, you need to have a business system. What is that? It is a series of tools, procedures, and equipment that you need to use in your business so that your business can run with or without you. Think about this. If you go to any bank, I know ABSA is a very known brand in the banking sphere. It's in Southern Africa, it's in East Africa. You will rarely go to any branch of ABSA Bank and find the owners of the bank there. Why? Because they have built systems and taught other people to run their business in their absence. That is what a system does. A system replaces the owner of the business. And the last one is timing. Timing is very critical because if you start the business at the wrong time, it doesn't gain traction. If you start it too early, then it means it's too early on the growth curve, or too late, the market share has already been captured. Now, the timing of our business is very spot on because of a number of reasons. One, during the COVID pandemic, 225 million people lost their jobs. What does that tell you? That people are searching for ways to generate additional income. Number two, because of advancing technology, people are losing jobs day in, day out, and are being replaced by machines. That means people are searching for other ways to generate income. And the other issue, because of COVID, people have become aware for need for good nutrition, because our company is a nutrition company. Now, what is this business I've been talking about? This business is called network marketing. Is the most efficient system of distribution of goods and services. Why is it efficient? Because if you take any product, customers know about it within minutes of its launch. Number two, they are given very accurate information about the products by word of mouth. And word of mouth only costs you a phone call. Go to any advertising company, they will tell you advertising is very, very expensive. So our system of distribution, we cut out the middleman between the manufacturer and the consumer. In the middle there stands a distributor like myself. We don't have wholesalers or retailers. We don't have advertising. We don't have regional distribution channels. The company has cut out all this middlemen, and the money the company would have paid all this middlemen is what is paid to distributors like ourselves. So the products are explained in person to the customers, so they make a decision based on very good information. The products are researched and developed on your behalf. Think about this. If you want to take any product to the marketplace, first, you need to design the product. Number two, get the raw material to make the product. Number three, have a quality control system, have a manufacturing facility, have the products registered in different markets around the world. That has already been done on your behalf by Neolife, the company that we associate with in this business. So you're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. The company has already built infrastructure to support your business. So your only duty is to create a network of people who use these products. There are no qualifications required in our business except three things. Number one, the desire for success. Number two, teachability. And number three, just sheer hard work. If you have these three things going for you, you're going to be very successful. Neolife started in 1958 in the USA. It was started by Jerry Brasfield. as a teenager or a young person, Jerry Brasfield has a very serious asthma, and his mother gave him natural remedies for him to feel better. And when he recovered, he thought, maybe I need to share what my experience has been with the use of good nutrition to control or to make health better. And that's how the dream of Neolife was born. 66 years later, Neolife operates in over 50 countries. But what has kept Neolife going for all these years? What has kept Neolife going for all these years is because we have some basic principles we believe are very important for our business's longevity. They are called the 5 essential corporate principles. 1, absolute honesty and integrity. We believe we need to tell our customers the truth about our products and our business. We need to treat the people who are working with us with respect. Integrity is simply doing the right thing when nobody is watching. The second element is people are number one. The most important resource we have in our business is people. Because if we don't have people, we don't have a business. The third is products that work. Neolife has put together a group of scientists called the Scientific Advisory Board, whose job is just to research and develop first-class products. This group of scientists, some are biochemists, some are nutritionists, some are manufacturing specialists, some deal with herbal preparation. The top scientists in the different fields in the world comes together to advise Neolife on the quality of our products. The fourth element is equal opportunity for everybody. Everybody starts this business at exactly the same level. Man or woman, old or young, 18 or 81, everybody starts the business at exactly the same level. And the growth of your business just depends on how hard you work. In fact, this is the business that the playing field are leveled to the best possible way. This business, we don't care whether you are young or old, rich or poor, as long as you have a dream, as long as you're willing to work, to share this idea with other people, your business will grow. And the last one is long-range vision. You need to have a long-range vision because this is not a get-rich-quick business. You can get rich, yes, but not as quickly as some people would want to believe. Neolife started in 1958 in the USA, came to South Africa in 1971. East Africa, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania went in 1996, 97. 99, 2000 went to West Africa. If you're a guest, this Neolife has come to your home today. Now, why do people start this business? People start this business for so many different reasons. Some start the business because they want a better life for their children. Some start the business because they want to quit their job. They're tired of their job, or they're tired of the politics at the workplace. Some start the business because they want to support their aging parents. Some people start the business for so many different reasons. Some to buy good homes, some to buy cars, some to have holidays. Other people start to, I think most people start this business to make an extra income, and that extra income can become a lot of money if you work very hard in the business. Some start the business because they want to be physically healthy and fit. So you're partnering with Neolife, a company with over 60 years experience, operating in over 50 countries around the world, and is supported by the Scientific Advisory Board. Now, these scientists, they're not employed by the company because they're also affiliated with other research institutes and bodies around the world. They do research and advise the company on the quality of the product. All right? So, which products are these? These are consumable products that people use every single day. The first one is the golden home care products. These are products for cleaning your bathroom, your kitchen, your toilet, your tiles, anything in your home that requires cleaning, we've got the products for you. The next is a personal care range of products that make you look neat and smart: hair shampoos, hair conditioners, hand and body lotion. The third is a skincare range, the Nutrients Organic. We've got products that help to cleanse and detoxify the skin, to put the moisture balance in your skin, to protect your skin from the elements. We've got fantastic products for normal to dry skin. We've got products for combination to oily skin, the whole range. And the last range is a healthcare range. Why? This is the highest selling range of our business, because your greatest wealth is your health. Now, how does this business work? This business works when you do three things every day. We call them 3 daily success habits. The first is we use the products. Why? Because we are supporting our business. And number 2, we want to recommend products to people that you already have experience in using. Okay? So I've seen my friend from Mauritius let me make him our co-host. Okay. So the second thing we need to do in our business is, the first thing is use the products. 2 reasons: support our business. 2, we want to be examples of what the products have done or can do for us. It's difficult to explain to people how the products do or work if you haven't used it yourself. The second thing we do is we share the business. Now, because Neolife operates in over 50 countries around the world, the company has standardized the measurement of products by using what we call PV system. 100 PV is roughly $160 or $170 in value. So you do 100 PV. The next thing you do is you introduce other people to be product users and promoters like yourself. In this example, you introduce 6 people plus yourself is 7. You've done 700 PV. You're a manager in the business. Your income is about $45 a month. Not a lot of money, but it's the beginning of a very exciting journey. The next thing we do is the people we've introduced to the business, we teach them to introduce others to. This person on the top right corner introduces 2, and those 2 introduce 2 others. You'll have built a 700 PV unit, plus the other 6 gives you 1,300. You become a senior manager in the business. Your income is roughly $90 a month. The next thing we do is we teach all these people we brought in to do what we do. It could be 700 or more or less. Either 700 more than 700 or less than 700, depending on how hard you work or depending on the volume that your team is generating. In this example, you've got 6 people doing 700, plus yourself is 4,300 PV. You become a director in the business. Your income is about $580 to $700 a month. Not everybody is going to join your business. Some people just want to be product users. Okay, these are customers. Because they're not registered, they cannot buy from the company. They buy through you from the company, and you make a net profit of roughly 20%. The third thing we do every day in our business is personal development. This simply means that you take time to become a better person. You learn about the products, you learn about how to build the business, you learn how to be a leader so that you can help your team to grow their business to a higher level through training, support, personal development, reading books, attending seminars, attending conventions, attending, for example, the convention that some of my wonderful friends are having in Mauritius. In a minute, I will introduce our guest speaker. If you want to be more successful in this business, just help one more person become a director. If you help one more person become a director like yourself, your income goes to about $1,000. If you help 3 people become directors, your income goes to about $2,000. If you help 6 people become directors, your income goes to about $5,000 as a president's team member. And that's a very exciting place to be in. So at this juncture, I want to invite a very dear friend of mine, Atisha, who is very, very passionate about this business. At the moment, he is in Mauritius. They're having such a wonderful time. Isaac, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I hope you can hear me, sir.
Yes, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Wonderful. Thank you very much for the wonderful presentation that you have given us today, Engineer Pascal Oloo. We're really excited. It was very clear. And I hope I am clear also. I've tried to look for a place that is not very noisy. I'm still in the hotel. And thank you very much for the elaborate and very clear presentation this evening. To our guests and the distributors that are on the call tonight, my name is Isaac Ndungu. Isaac Ndungu is a trained teacher from Kenya. I was born and brought up in Kenya, in a town called Thika, and then I went to school just like any one of you. And then eventually, when I went to school, I went to the university, and all along, my parents were telling me to work very hard, and that if I worked very hard, I would get a very good job. So I worked hard. I found myself in the university and trained as a teacher. So, teacher of English and literature. So I have explained those themes, and in literature, I have explained so much of that in high school about adjectives and about nouns, and I was explaining this to my students. Then I was sent from the university. I was in a university in Kenya called Moi University. Moi is a former president in the country. I was in a university called Moi University, and then I was sent to teach in the eastern side of Kenya. That is in Meru. Those of you that may understand that. And I started teaching there. And while I was teaching there, I also got married. So I'm married to a lady called the Purity. I was trying to look whether I could get any of her photos. Now, for the first time, she was not able to come with me because she's doing something else and couldn't come over to Mauritius, and had left the country shortly before we came over here. But I hope probably you can see her. That is Purity. She's my wife, and between us we have 3 children. So when we married, after a while, Purity went back to the university for masters, and I had a chance now to transfer to come over to Nairobi, to come near Nairobi. So I went to another girls' school because I was also teaching in a girls' school, and so I came to a school nearer. Oh, somebody's telling me that she can't see Purity's face. I thought I had already, okay. So I came to a school nearer my home, that is in Thika. It is called Rocho Girls. And when I came to Rocho Girls, that is when now we were invited to have a look at this business. In fact, to be specific, it is actually Purity who went for the presentation. And when she came home, she told me, "Oh, I have had a wonderful business chance." Then I asked her, "Did you understand?" She told me, "No, I did not understand. But what we are going to do, we are going to start and we are going to understand along the way." So actually, we started this business without really understanding it. So we started off, and let me tell you, I think now I have realized what we were really promised when we were starting was actually very little, because this business has much, much more. So we started off. The only thing that looked a little bit challenging was the beginning check, because I still remember the beginning check was very small. The beginning check was only 1,000 Kenya shillings. Let me put it in dollars. It was like $10. And that was not a lot of money. And I remember, I remember somebody saying, telling me that, is that one in Kenya shillings, the money that I was given, is that one in Kenya shillings or in Kenya money? And I was like, very, very discouraged. And I almost actually stopped this business because of people. Then this is what I did. I continued talking to people because that is part of what we have been trained to this evening. And when I started talking to people, the business started growing. My second month, I got money more than my net. Most of you that may be in employment, those of you that may be in employment, you know about when you get paid up there, and then they start the deductions. You know, pay as you earn, pay as you eat, pay as you walk around, pay as you marry. You know those deductions that come. And finally, what you really take home is not much. And what I was taking home as a teacher was actually very low. It was actually lower than the money I got from Neolife in my second month. I was so excited and I was so happy. I realized there's something else I can do, and I take care of my family. I take care of my dreams, and I still continue teaching. That was also very interesting. I actually did this business part time in the beginning, so I could do the business, but I'm also doing the teaching, and I continued. And then the business went on, and the amount of money went higher than actually the employment money, the money I was getting from TSC. It went higher. My money in the business went higher. That was more than exciting. So after a while, I requested my employer to look for somebody else. You see, there is a way that there is an amount of money you could be getting from your employer until a certain level, and then somebody shows you an alternative, and then you say, this is the way I'm going to follow. Let them look for someone else. I respect teaching. I respect, teachers. But I realized my dreams were going up and my salary was coming down. And I realized they will never meet. So I requested them to allow me to employ somebody else. So basically, I created a business, an employment opportunity, because somebody else was employed. In fact, before I left the school, somebody was already employed there. So that is what happened. So now, and I left teaching now. That is now 10 years ago. I was in class. I was telling students, look here, 10 years ago. Oh, somebody is requesting that I put the phone in one position. Okay, let me see. Okay, let me see whether that one will be better. Just a minute, please. I hope that is better now. So I was saying that I said, let them employ somebody else, and for me, let me do the business. So I continued doing the business, and then we started now the traveling. And for me, traveling has really changed my life. You realize when you leave your country and go out for a while, when you come back, you are a different person altogether. There are so many ideas. Things start opening up. Then you realize, oh, this one is like this. This one is like that. This one is like that. And when you come back to your country, your mind is actually different. And then the beauty of this business is that it is now open in over 50 countries. Now, that is a great business opportunity. But today, I am able now to talk to people in the US. I am able to talk to people in Canada. I am able to talk to people in the other places of Africa, in Africa. And I realized that I can now do business in all the countries in Africa and outside Africa. And to me, that is great. So this opportunity, my very first time to travel was to Sun City. So that is Sun City in South Africa. And I was really excited. That was my very first time to get into an aeroplane. I had not gotten into an aeroplane another time. So that was the first time I got into an aeroplane, and it took off. Now, I should have told you this, that I was born and brought up in a very small village. We could only see aeroplanes fly over us. I had never gotten inside an aeroplane. So and now here I get a chance that I'm actually getting into an airplane. I remember one time, I think I have been to Mauritius another time. I have been to Mauritius. So we were coming to Mauritius. Sorry, you may have some background noise. If you hear some background noise, don't you worry, it will pass. So I was traveling to Mauritius, and in one of the travels, and I was asked by the attendant, the aircraft attendants. We used to call them air hostess. And one of them asked me, "Will you take fish or chicken?" Now, in the first instance, I almost told the hostess to give me fish as they continue preparing chicken. I felt like I wanted both of them. You could only get one. So I felt like telling them, "Give me that fish as you prepare the chicken," because I felt like I wanted to take both of them. And it has been really exciting. Really, it is an area that when you get to know this nature of business, you really feel liberated. You really feel that there is so much that is there. And then now you get chances to come to a place like where I am now. And let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, when you come to such a place, and then you realize what is really happening here. I was looking at it. I'm looking for probably a photo I can. Oh, that is a photo. I don't know if you can see me. You can see that photo. That is my photo this evening with the CEO. The CEO of this opportunity. And that is the Neolife. And I'm really excited that you have chances now to meet such people. And you have a chance to also hear them talk. And I've realized over time that many times that people get to miss out in life because of limited information. And I would like to say this. If you are here and in this meeting, you are in this meeting. If you're in this meeting and you are a guest, that is a great advantage because you have gotten a great information on other areas you can make money, on areas you can take care of your health, on areas you can take care of your pocket and also get a chance to travel. Don't be limited with only what you know. Don't just allow yourself to only, sorry, don't, don't allow yourself to only agree with the little information you are given. In Kenya, some people would tell me, especially when I started the business and I was in the staff room, they were telling me, "Oh, that business is very tough." But then I would look at it later on. They are telling me it is tough. But what are you getting from what you're already doing? What are you getting from already what you have? And let me tell you, some people are really poor, not because they were born to be poor, but because they do not have the information. And if you are here and you are a distributor, you are here and you have already started the business, let me tell you something. You have not seen it yet. It is not yet. In Kenya, we say bado, not yet. Because as a distributor, there is so much you can get as a new life distributor. There is so much into this business. And let me tell you, the best thing to do is get as much information as you can as a distributor, and then when you have gotten that information, make sure that you use it and use it well. So I'm really happy this evening. Sorry, I don't know. Just a minute. So I was saying that if you are a distributor, if you are here and you are a distributor and you have been doing the business, what I want to tell you is keep on doing the business. Before you do the travel, before you travel, don't you stop. Don't you stop before you start getting chances to travel. This evening, I even had a chance to see some of my friends from Uganda. Uganda is my neighboring country here. But these gentlemen, we normally meet with them when I'm actually outside the country. I mean, we meet in such places. And this business gives you chances to meet people that probably you would have never met in your lifetime. People, I want to show you the dinner. I hope you can see the dinner this evening. This is where the dinner is. I hope you can see. That is where the dinner is. And you can see the people, you know, in the background. So many of us together and, you know, really enjoying this. So I don't know how to put it. But if you are here and you are invited to have a look at this business, I want to tell you one thing. Please start. Start on this business today. Do not wait for another day. Ask the person who invited you the way to actually join. And I remember those early days, the early days of my business, I invited this lady, the Grace Chege, and she's now doing the business in such a wonderful way in this country, that is in Kenya, sorry, and all over the world. I hope you can you probably see her on your end, and because I'm usually a man of few words, and you definitely know that tonight I am more than excited because of what this business has done. You'll allow me to stop at that, but probably gets to know. You can see the number of people that we have. You can see some of the people we have tonight. You know, so many people that have actually discovered how to take care of their lives. As I close, engineer, as I close, allow me to mention something I saw today. And I was able to meet a young couple from Togo. And this young couple started the business 2 years ago. The wife is actually 22 years. I was really, you know, I was really intrigued. You know, I looked at it and it was like, hey, can you imagine? This is the couple. The lady, I was almost about to call her the girl. The lady is now 22 years. The husband is a bit older, but I think 24 there. We are with them in Mauritius, and they have started the business. And they were telling me how it was tough for them to start. And let me tell you, they started. They are from Togo, and they are doing the business. So I want to say this. I don't know what the reasons you would have for you not to start. But do you know there is actually no reason for you not to start? The next time we will be traveling, we'll be going to Cape Town. Cape Town will be, that is next year, we will be going to Cape Town. Don't you miss. If you are a distributor, even if you joined yesterday, you can qualify. Because how do you qualify to go to Cape Town? Become a director and make sure you get only one director below you. That one you become a software director and you'll be able to travel. So let me stop at that. I'm really excited, and allow me probably to move a bit now. Now I will be going back to where the people are down there. I couldn't be there because there is a lot of noise. So I was given a special place to do the meeting, but I'm really excited. Thank you very much, Engineer Pascal Oloo, for giving me a chance to say hi to the team, to Africa, and to every other person who has joined us this evening. I want to say bye-bye from Mauritius. Let me go back to dinner. So, because the energy I have used here, because I've really talked, you can be sure I'm going to start eating again. Thank you very much, sir, and I'm really grateful to everyone who has listened to me tonight. Asante sana.
Isaac, thank you so much for your wonderful testimony. Before you go,
Yes.
I am working on a very simple technology to be able to transmit food from Mauritius to Pretoria. Just give me a few minutes.
As an engineer, I know that is very much possible. If you are able to finish the project before we leave, I would definitely send some.
Thank you so much. That's really a wonderful
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I am really honored. Thank you.
Thank you, Isaac. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, I don't want to add anything from what he has said because I'll be messing it up. We really appreciate that testimony from Isaac Ndungu, all the way from Mauritius. If you're a guest, go back to the person who invited you, tell them you want to join the business yesterday. Okay? One of the things the company has done is to take full advantage of technology. If you want to order products, you can order them online. If you want to register new people, you can register them online. When you start the business, the company opens for you what is called a back office. You can monitor and manage your business 24/7. Training is done locally and internationally by online services. I've seen some of my colleagues. I've seen somebody from Togo. I've seen some of my colleagues from Nigeria, Kairat Abdullahi. I've seen some people from Southern Africa, East Africa, West Africa. The whole place. I've seen Josephine Kamathi from the US. This is what the business can do. We can connect to anybody around the globe and have a common teaching using technology. Delivery of products, the company contracts courier companies to deliver products to our guests, our customers. Payment is done by online services, either electronic funds transfer or mobile money. The other thing we have done is to come together with some of the best sports people in the world. These are the Springboks of South Africa. They are the world champions 2 years in a row in 2019 and 2023. They were world champions. The advantage they have is using the best health supplements in the world. Conventions. The East African Convention was done in Dar es Salaam in October last year. In Southern Africa, we met in Pretoria. So this is what you need to get started. If you want to start, if you're a guest, go back to the person who invited you. They will give you an application form to fill. If you're in Botswana, you need between either 670 or 1,350 pula. If you're in South Africa, it's 870 to 1880 rand. If you're in Kenya, 8,700 or 11,000 Kenya shillings. Nigeria, 50,000 or 75,000 Nigerian naira. Tanzania, 159,000 or 201,000 Tanzania shillings. Uganda, 238,000 or 295,000 Uganda shillings. USA, $75. Togo, 45,300 or 60,300. Italy, 64 euros. Ghana, 700 or 1,130 Ghanaian cedis. Cameroon, 56,000 or 68,000 francs CFA. So this is not all the countries are covered. This is just a few of them in Africa and some outside Africa. If you're a guest, go back to the person who invited you. They will show you how to get started. Leverage. The reason why this business, Mr. Ndungu was telling us his first income was miserable and his colleagues laughed at him. But he believed in the power of leverage because after the second month, he was earning more than his net salary. Why? Because of leverage. I give you $1 million or I give you 1 cent doubled daily for 31 days. That becomes $10.7 million. That is the power of leverage. So if you're a guest, remember, success always begins with a decision. Success begins with a decision. Nothing will happen until you make a decision. Yes, I want to start. Once you get started, number one, you need to know what you want. What is your dream? What do you want to achieve in life? What have you been prevented from getting? But now this business becomes a vehicle for you to achieve your dreams. Number two, find out what you need to know and do so that you can become successful. You need to be teachable. Most people who start this business start with little or no experience. Number 3, just sheer hard work. Guts, persistence, discipline, talking to people. Number 4, belief in yourself, belief in your sponsor, the person who invited you, and Neolife. Patience is very important in this business. What is next? Go back to the person who invited you. They will give you an application form to get started in the business. They will guide you. Just follow their advice because they have an interest in your success. Ladies and gentlemen, today is the first day of the rest of your life. Make the decision count. Thank you, good night, and God bless you all.